It was a horrific crime. Oklahoma's labor commissioner stabbed to death, police say by his own son. Tonight, Mark Costello's family continues his legacy of raising awareness about mental illness after spending years trying to save their son from his own mind.
Oh, he was a fabulous child. He was kind, he was gentle, he was appreciative. He never gave me any trouble. Ever.
Cathy Costello says her oldest son was the picture of a perfect child, a little slower to develop than her other children and occasionally talked to himself, but nothing alarming until one Christmas.
Finally, when he had just turned 19, we were at a Christmas party and my husband and I saw him pacing in the front doorway at this Christmas party with friends and family around, immersed in this private conversation, oblivious to everyone around him. And I turned to Mark, I said, something is desperately wrong.
Cathy and Mark Costello devoted their time and tens of thousands of dollars getting Christian the best possible mental health care, hospitalizing him 5 times in the last year alone. But Christian's schizophrenia and psychosis worsened until this day in August, after a normal dinner turned into a nightmare. Christian asked his dad for a private moment inside this Brahms restaurant. Cathy waited in the car. In less than 60 seconds, her life changed forever.
He was at my window, and he was covered in blood, and his throat had been slashed, and he'd been stabbed in the face and the head. And I jumped out of the car, and I begged Christian to stop. I intervened. He threatened to cut my throat. He bled to death in my arms, but I was able to pray with him and ask God to forgive him of his sins. I told him I loved him. And I was so privileged to be his wife for nearly 34 years.
Christian's sister, Anna Marie, recalls the information hitting her in waves when she took her mother's call. First the stabbing, then that her father was gone.
And then I realized that what had happened, it was the worst day of my life.
And the final wave, that the brother she'd watched descend into darkness had succumbed to debilitating paranoia.
It's heartbreaking. I've lost my best friend who was disintegrated into this very ugly disease.
Determined to eulogize her father in a way that would make him proud, she shared a lesson she learned from the man she calls her hero, a message she and her mother will continue to share.
You must always have hope. My father had hope for my brother.
So we as Oklahomans need to come together because I don't want this to happen to another family.
Now, Cathy and Anna Marie Costello hope that their story will help families reach out to mental health resources like the ones that we are making available to you today through our phone bank. And a reminder, we are taking your calls until 6:30 tonight. If you'd like to speak with an expert from Laureate Psychiatric Clinic and Hospital here in Tulsa, call 918-748-1432.